to get it on these youngins talking like they knowin' something. Recognize that I've been through it, time to run it, let's get to it.
You right, you always wrong. Fourth quarter going strong. You just be talking, you ain't on. Like the verses in my songs, I'm going in.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, it is the Going In
Podcast
with yours truly, Lord Nelson and
Jay Parker.
Yo,
Flies freshest, man. I ain't did mine in a minute, you know.
Right. It's that father and son joint, man. And first of all, we would have started off by saying this:
the Lakers suck, man. We 5-5 right now. Trade Russell Westbrook, bro.
Listen.
Trade Russell Westbrook, man. That's ridiculous the way he played.
We're not worried about none of that, man.
My bad.
I'm just saying, we going to do what we going to do early in the season. We're not worried about it.
We 8th.
Go Lakers. They make the playoffs. They're going to win. That's all it is to it. That's all it is to it.
That's what you say.
That's all it is to it.
All right, go ahead.
All right, man. Getting into it, what I was about to say before he was wilding about those Lakers, man.
Man, golly. Go ahead.
Man, it's in his feelings, man. Get out your feelings, man. Here's the deal. Once again, first of all, let me say this.
Yeah.
I don't get mad about things I can't control. I'm not on the court playing. All I can do is support them. That's it.
Yeah, you can support, but they supposed to make the right pieces in order to win the game.
Hey,
Russell Westbrook needs to be traded.
Choices, decisions, consequences. It's just season.
You could have got Damian Lillard, man.
No, you couldn't.
I don't care about none of that.
Anyway, this dude is wilding, and what I want to say is that this episode of the Going In podcast is what's the word I'm looking for? It's sponsored by
who we sponsor? We got
every single one of you.
Oh, I was about to say we got
for supporting what we do.
Yeah.
We really, really appreciate it.
We're gonna have a raffle in a minute to show y'all like t-shirts and stuff.
Yeah, t-shirts, some hats and stuff and all that. We can get some merch out there for you.
Yeah, we got all
real
that coming
deal
for y'all.
Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, for sure.
So listen, man, tonight, I want to talk about this internet and social media. I think it's important. I think people, I know people have opinions on it because everybody's on it. Everybody's on social media, the majority.
What you think about social media?
I think social media is, there's pros and cons to it.
I think it's more negatively impacting the culture than it is positive.
Nah. I don't think so because you got to be able to control what you do. And no matter what.
People can't, though. There's a lot of people can't. It's like, well, let me not say it like mostly negative. I think it's probably like 80, 20. And I'm not sure. 60-40. 60-40.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I feel like things work better when we didn't have social media.
Social media has made everything easier. Access.
And what though?
Hold on. A lot of things. Access to stuff. Yeah. I could talk to people over in Germany and France immediately.
Yeah.
Before, you had to get on the phone. It might not be. I can actually see them.
Yeah.
There's.
But I like the mystique of let's just say for music. Mm-hmm. Like you didn't know what the people looked like when they was making them songs. You know what I'm saying? Like you had to go to the magazines to see it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't
That's
you just
school.
Go click on it. I like the mystique of going to the concert and finally seeing them in person. You know what I'm saying? Like that was my thing to go to. Like I want to see you in person. You know what I'm saying? So now I can just go on Instagram and swipe. And I think it's you got to do way more to be noticed now. And I think social media didn't hurt that for us to get noticed.
That's a true statement.
Yeah.
Now, 100%.
Yeah.
But it also has allowed you to put your music out there easier.
Okay.
Even though.
But it's saturated.
I know it's saturated.
Okay,
I say that all the time.
So it's pros and cons.
It's definitely saturated. With anything that you do. Back in the day, you had to make yourself known to a record label.
Exactly.
You had to go to California to, if you wanted to be a movie star or whatever like that. The ease, the access that you have to everything. I don't care what it is, man. And listen, it makes a lot of people feel better. A lot of people are really introverts.
Yeah, I get that.
And they might not get out there into the world and do stuff.
I get that.
But on social media, they can become something else. And I want to say it.
But you got to keep up what you portraying, though.
It's a facade.
Yeah, you got to keep it. Exactly. So that's a bad thing.
Hold on.
Why does it got to be a facade?
I got you, but this is what you got to look at it.
Yeah.
It's entertainment. Social media to me is entertainment.
Yeah.
It's entertainment. And within anything, if you go to Vegas, you take some money out there, you got to be in control or you can lose your shirt. You can lose everything. No matter what you do, you got to be in control of you. And I know everybody can't be in control. We all have our vices.
For sure.
We do.
Yeah.
We do. But social media is a great tool. It's the pros and cons of it, man. There's no doubt. There's no doubt. I just think that there's so many things that you can grab and
It is.
take you to another level. I think it makes a lot of people feel good. Now, cons, if you get out there and you're on it 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
But who's
10 hours
not
a day,
though? A lot of people, the kids are. That's what they on their phone doing TikToks. They on there watching TikToks. They on there watching. Now sometimes they can show you how to cook things. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff for that.
Chef it up.
But get out there and learn the stuff on your own. Like I feel like it's a better challenge for you if you get out there and learn everything on your own instead of going to watch somebody doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. But the reality is that's not this world
True.
that we live in.
Yeah.
That is something that we could pray for and wish was going to happen.
Yeah.
But that's not what's happening. What's going on is the internet, social media. Back in the day, that you know I'm old. When you say back in the day, you know that's an old person. Back in the day, I went to encyclopedias. If I needed to write
Encyclopedia. You went to what?
you probably don't even know what that is.
Encyclopedia.
So my parents were concerned about our education back then. So we had the whole Encyclopedia Britannica set from A to Z. Why you wilding, man?
Okay, go ahead.
From A to Z. So it had everything in there. Geography, the greats, Shakespeare. Everything was in the encyclopedia if you needed to have some information.
Yeah, okay.
We didn't have to go to the library. You know, the library is still very, very important, and it's still very important. Read if you can, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
You still got to read. But we had the Encyclopedia Britannica. So when my teachers were like, hey, you got this report you got to do. Man, I come home, boop, boop, boop. I go to B or go to Z or whoever it was that I was doing a report on or whatever. And I just opened it up and there it was. The information that I needed. So I can write, you know, whatever story I needed to write, whatever book report I needed to write. Those were the good things. Now, it's just easy. You can Google anything.
Yeah.
I mean anything. The internet's unbelievable. But, you know, relating that to social media is just anything that you need there. I don't care if it's cooking. I don't care if it's
But
music.
it's also a lot of bullying and stuff. Like Coily Ray, she came out talking about like
Cyberbullying.
Yeah, if it wasn't for the internet, she wouldn't have to worry about none of that unless like the people say that. But every comment, you got to read every comment. People coming at you about how you look all the time. That's going.
Don't have to read every comment.
I mean, but if you a star, that's you don't have to read every comment, but you're going to see it's inevitable that you're looking at it. Come on, now.
People go listen. Have you ever been in school and somebody talked about you?
That's different than one person in 50,000. You know what I'm saying?
What I'm saying is that block those people. You can control
Who's
that.
blocking 50,000 people?
What I'm saying is that you can control that. Then make it to where you don't have any of those comments. You can control
They
that.
still gonna see it though. You still gonna go on your explore page and see somebody post you and talk bad about you.
I'm gonna say this to you though, and this real talk.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are out there in the public eye, everybody's not gonna like you. Everybody's not gonna like your music. Everybody's not gonna like the way you look. Somebody's always gonna have an opinion on who you are.
It ain't even about them not liking them. Bullies. They feel like they got a chance to speak out now.
I got you
Behind a
those,
keyboard.
Those are the cons of it.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you on the cyberbullying thing. I hear you. That's what comes with it, though. That's not a good thing at all. But that's what comes with it. It's a terrible thing. But social media just adds so much. You just can't be on there all the time. I like to get on social media for my music aspect, for this podcast, those things like that. I'm not trying to be on there all the time. I like to make videos. I like content.
Yeah.
I'm out there looking at stuff, and social media allows me to get out there to that content. Now, have I had some people say some bad things about me? Of course.
And would they say that to your face?
I don't care.
Yeah, they wouldn't. I won't say this fool wouldn't say that same thing to your face.
I know, but so if you have that understanding, then they mean nothing.
Nobody wants to read that though. Nobody wants to say that about themselves.
Read
You know
it.
what I'm saying?
Don't read it. You don't have to read everything that comes across.
I think social media does give you an opportunity to get your platform out. But like music, you say it's a chance to get a podcast or like your music. Everybody does music.
I
You know what I'm
know.
saying? Now it's getting everybody a chance. Back then, you had to be really good.
Okay, so
You had to be extremely good.
So
let's get back to that. Let's get back to being. Let's filter out who ain't good and get to the people who are good. You know what I'm saying?
that's just not the world now. So you're either gonna understand what the world is and then navigate around that, or you're gonna say like, "Hey, I want to be over here." Well, if you are over here, you're saying like, "Man, forget the computers. I'm going over here. Forget social media." Okay.
Yeah.
nobody knows who you are then. How are you going to get it? How are you going to get it out there? This is the easiest way to get it out there.
Yeah, but it's saturated, so it's really harder.
That's on the pros and cons.
Yes, people's not gonna sit there and scroll through. I mean, okay, well back then they had to go through a lot of people sending their demo tapes in, but now I think it's 10 times more because everybody can do it. Even the sorry people can get out there and make music.
Man, there's nobody sorry, man.
What?
There's nobody sorry. It's just their
interpretation.
Sorry. It's just there.
It's nobody sorry.
It's just how they.
It's nobody sorry out here. What are you talking about? It's a lot of people sorry.
I don't subscribe to negativity in the world that I live in. I keep it as positive as possible. I'm about love.
Man, you hear his voice change? Y'all don't even believe that.
No, but that's real.
You heard your voice change.
How many times you know I'm about positivity?
You are.
You know I'm about positivity. So what I'm
Listen,
saying is
every time his voice changes, he don't believe what he's saying. So I would just let y'all know.
First of all, that's incorrect. I slow it down.
Every time he do that, he don't believe what he's saying.
I slow it down and get my movie and radio voice.
He don't believe what he's saying when he do
so people can understand me clearly.
He don't believe it.
No, I just want the public to
their voice to get their point across.
Hey, yo, I just want the public to understand me.
You don't sound like that neither.
I just want okay, let me put it simple and plain.
All right.
I just want the public to understand what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's all. I want clarity. I just think that I don't like to run around and say like he's sorry. How many times did you hit me to certain music? You're like, hey, go online. Go out here and check this out.
They weren't sorry.
Hold on. To you, they might not have been. But it might have been something that I had never heard before. But how many different people did you put me on to? And then I go to their social media pages and I'm like, wow, I'm feeling this person. You know? I mean, social media, like a lot of these artists, I'm with you on it's harder now.
Yeah.
It is because there's everybody and their grandmother's doing it, you know?
And
I get it.
And
but the cream always rises to the top, always.
The influence makes the kids want to do bad things, I feel like.
You think they're more influenced?
More influenced by they can just go in there and see a young boy acting that way. And not saying I love young boy, crazy thing, because he's nice. But I'm saying if they want to see him and he, talks the way he talks, or say a Boosie talks the way he talk, or a Lil Baby or whatever, they're going to try to emulate that, whether it's good or bad.
Okay.
And so sometimes if it's bad, they shouldn't be doing it. And I don't like that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I agree. But here's the thing, and I know everybody doesn't have this. You had your mom and dad around.
For sure.
We kind of were on you guys about what goes on.
Yeah.
As you guys are growing up, we're in control of what you do. I won't allow you to be who you are now because you're a grown man.
Yeah, for sure.
But back then, we were in control of what you did.
For sure.
So we monitored everything you did.
Yeah.
You know, how many times your mom was like, you can't close that door, or boom, let me see your phone, or moms was on you hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, real hard.
It was, she was.
But that's that family dynamic, that's that love dynamic. And I don't care if you're a single parent or if there's a 2-parent household.
Yeah.
Parents have to do their job when they bring children into this world.
For sure.
You have to do your job to make sure your child is on point. And I know it's not easy all the time. And some people just can't be saved. It's what it is.
It's not easy a lot.
I'm okay.
More times than not, it's not easy.
I don't want to speak on anybody else's situation.
So extra influence don't need to be happening to these kids, I feel like. And I feel like social media is influencing these bad times sometimes. Like it makes kids want to do the bad things. Yeah, it makes kids want to do the bad things more and more. And I'll be like, man, should no kid be watching
kids
this?
Are impressionable.
Yeah,
I understand there was stuff that I did that I watched back in the day, I wanted to be cool like my brother. I wanted to be cool like my dad.
Yeah.
But then I came into my own and understood that I was already cooler than both of them. I was that man. I'm just saying I embraced who I was. So yes, I watched a lot of things. We watch TV. We see all kinds of stuff. Yes, social media can be detrimental in a lot of ways. You know that I always like to say that Instagram is the devil. You're seeing all these men and women out here who are like, they paint as these people are being perfect.
Exactly.
But their lives are not perfect. You don't know what they've got going on.
Exactly.
Everybody has an insecurity about something about them. So you got to know that these people are not perfect, no matter what they put out there about them being perfect. How many times have you seen somebody out there that might be like, oh, this person is so gorgeous, and then you hear them talking, you're like, wow. Because you know what? God don't give you everything. God don't give you everything.
But say to just a person with the naked eye that just get on social media, they look at it, man, this person, they want their life to be like that, so they're gonna go through crazy risks to get their life like somebody who might not be perfect that they don't know. So they're gonna go spend all their money. That's what I'm saying. That's a bad part of the influence.
It's a bad part, but it's still choices, decisions, and consequences. True. You have to be in control of that. We all have the choices to do or not to do. Yeah. You make that decision, and then the consequences that you have to deal with, whatever that is. And that goes on with drinking and drugs and everything else that's in this world. None of us are perfect, but we've got to live. We got to live and go through things. And then if a lot of times we as kids, are we paying attention to our parents really? No, because we think we know everything.
For sure.
And then you find out later on, like, man, they've already been through it. They didn't want us to go through that. Social media is a tool that is both bad and good, but I think that it rests on a lot of what the people are doing.
But listen though, kids don't really have they mind
the
to
mental
what,
state
yeah, you know
for it,
what I'm saying, to see all this stuff on Instagram. They're gonna want to emulate everything that they see. And I know for a fact when they look at it, they be like, oh, I want to be that. Mm-hmm. That's why I want to be. Even if they didn't even come up from that, that's gonna put them in a situation where, oh, I think that's cool, so let me go do that. And that's why I find the problem in social media. I wish we could do away with all of it. For real. I'd rather go back to the time where we ain't had none of that.
Oh, you've known, was there a time when you didn't have social media?
I mean, I didn't have, when I was growing, like, until like 5th, 6th grade when MySpace came, that was like the first.
Okay, so.
And Facebook was there, but I mean, we weren't on Facebook like that. Facebook was for like, it was weird.
MySpace,
yeah. That
was
was really like 9th grade though. So all that before that, you know, we had to go look at magazines.
Right, indeed. You know magazines were big. I had subscriptions to all the, Vibe
but we wasn't, the 5 micros stuff? We wasn't hearing them. We wasn't. The source, we wasn't seeing them.
GQ
walk. You get what I'm saying? Like we see him in the magazine. Oh man, that's dope what he got on.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Whatever. But still, you didn't know what the impression he was gonna give you unless you listen to the music. Like 50 Cent was big to us. 50 Cent was huge. So like Many Men, when he came out with that Get Rich or Die Trying,
right,
we wanted to see him.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But we put the tank tops on to emulate him, but we weren't really going out there to kill folks and like,
right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was just strictly music. Now if they got people, the young people holding guns and stuff, that's what the kids want to do. So I feel like that's where social media get bad. Now mind you, if it's like business wise and all that, you can interact, you can send your stuff to people, woo, that's cool. But it's that other part of it that I ain't really rocking with social media. And I think that's more of an influence than than the good.
I just guess it's on all levels. I mean, I hear you 100%. I agree with that.
Yeah.
It's just difficult. It's just the times. Things are just different.
Exactly.
I mean, some people like to drive old classic cars. Some people like to drive the new cars with nice AC in it and the computer system and whatever like that, because things have just changed.
Yeah.
And it's either we're going to embrace the change and do right by the change, or we're going to just be stuck back in the day. I don't want to be stuck back in the day. I want to continue to move on, even at my age. Yeah. I want to continue to move on, and I want to prosper. I want to do well, but I want to be happy about it. But, when you look at social media, so I think it helps with like empathy and everything like that. You see more people that are going through craziness.
Yeah.
To me, I'm already an empathetic person.
Yeah.
But you really see that this world is not easy. There's other people going through things just like you.
Yeah.
So you can go and find those groups of people that are going through things. True. Before, if you were in your town and you just chilling, you might have just stayed in your room.
Yeah, you might have thought you was the only one.
Yeah, you might have just thought you're the only one. Now you know that around this world, this craziness. I know I have anxiety with certain stuff.
Yeah.
I'm on tour with Zoli overseas, and we're talking about that, about the anxiety thing. And then I'm back in the United States, he's over in Hungary and stuff like that. We can still have that conversation about that, about what's going on. So we're able to reach people better now.
Yeah.
It's easier, access to so many things. Now there's access to bad things also.
Exactly.
But it's always been that, man. You've always been able to get to bad stuff.
Yeah.
Always. So listen, ladies and gentlemen, we're just talking what we're talking. This social media, how do you guys feel about it?
Please tell us how you feel about it.
We really want to know, because it's important. This is the world we live in right now. So let us know, ladies and gentlemen. Let us know.
Let us know in the comments. Make sure y'all tell us what What y'all think about it, man?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Going In
Podcast.
and we want you guys to continue to subscribe and
Like, comment, follow the pages, all that, man. J_Parker1. My bad. J_Parker1.
at Lord Nelson Nation.
And Going In Podcast. Make sure y'all follow them pages for real, man. We got all this stuff coming, merch, everything, man. Raffles and everything for y'all to keep, supporting this what we got going on.
Follow Five Royals
You
page.
try to be like me with these camouflage pants
Yo,
on,
man, this dude right here, man. Yes, I'm trying to be like my son. I'm trying to be like my son. Come on, man.
For sure.
No, yeah, I really am. Thank you, man. I love you, man.
Love you too, Pop.
Thank you. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, we really, really appreciate you guys. We're having fun. Let us know if there's any other topics you want to talk about. I know a few people have hit me up. And listen, we got a nice, anyway, we got more things coming up. Great guests coming up soon. We love you guys, man. Be good.
Peace.